Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 5.3B. I've entitled this video, Choosing Sides. This video is going to cover pages 124 to 125. More military action. After the battles of Lexington and Concord, armed conflict with British forces quickly spread. Benedict Arnold, a captain in the Connecticut militia, raised a force of 400 to seize Fort Ticonderoga near Lake Champlain in New York. Ticonderoga occupied a key location. It was also rich in military supplies. Arnold learned that Ethan Allen of nearby Vermont also planned to attack the fort. So, Arnold joined forces with Allen's men, the so-called Green Mountain Boys. Together, they took the British by surprise. Fort Ticonderoga surrendered on May 10th, 1775. Question number 1. Why did Benedict Arnold and Ethan Allen want to capture Fort Ticonderoga? Well, two reasons. It occupied a key location strategically, and secondly, it had a lot of military supplies that the Patriots could use for their cause. Question 2. What military group captured Fort Ticonderoga? The Green Mountain Boys. Later, Arnold became a traitor to the Patriot cause. He sold military information to the British. When his crime was discovered in September 1780, he fled to British-controlled New York City. There, he commanded British troops and led raids against the Americans in Virginia and Connecticut. Question number 3. What infamous thing did Benedict Arnold do later in the Revolutionary War? When you're famous for something, that's good, but when you're infamous, when you put the prefix "in" in front of it, that means you're famous for doing something bad. And Benedict Arnold became a traitor for the Patriot cause. He became the poster child of people who will betray their country. And so the name Benedict Arnold forever was linked to being a traitor. The Battle of Bunker Hill. Following Lexington and Concord, more volunteers joined the colonial militias. Soon, militia around Boston numbered about 20,000 strong. The British remained in control of the city, with the militia camped nearby. On June 16, 1775, militia commanded by Colonel William Prescott set up posts on Bunker Hill and Breed's Hill across the harbor from Boston. The next day, the Redcoats assembled at Breed's Hill. Bayonets drawn, they charged. Low on ammunition, Prescott reportedly ordered, "Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes." The Americans opened fire, forcing the British to retreat. Twice more the Redcoats charged, receiving furious fire from above. Finally, the Americans ran out of gunpowder and had to withdraw. The battle on Breed's Hill, which became known as the Battle of Bunker Hill, was a British victory. Yet the British suffered heavy losses of more than 1,000 dead and wounded. They were learning that defeating the Americans on the battlefield would neither be quick nor easy. Question number 4. What did Prescott mean when he said, "Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes"? Well, he was telling their soldiers, hey, we're low on ammunition, so we don't want to waste a single shot. So if you can see the whites of their eyes, they are close enough for you to hit. Remember, guns back then, those muskets were not as accurate as guns would be for today. Question number 5. Why did the Americans have to withdraw from the Battle of Bunker Hill? Well, we talked about that earlier. They were low on ammunition, so they just ran out of gunpowder, and they had to withdraw. You can't fight a battle if you don't have gunpowder at that time. Question 6. Which side won the Battle of Bunker Hill? The British did eventually win the battle. Question 7. What did the British learn from the Battle of Bunker Hill? They learned that beating the Americans was not going to be a cakewalk. It was going to take more time than they thought, and it would not be easy. Choosing sides. As news spread about these battles, the colonists each faced a major decision: to join the rebels, remain loyal to Great Britain, or stay neutral. And as we've done with more recent research, we have found that about 20% of the American colonists chose to stay as loyalists. Another 40% were patriots who joined the colonial cause for freedom. And about 40% were neutralists, those that wanted to stay out of the conflict one way or the other. They just wanted to be left alone. They didn't pick a side in the cause. And that leads us to question number 8. What were the 3 sides during the Revolutionary War? You could be a loyalist, or a Tory, as another name is called for them. You could be neutral, or you could be a patriot. Those who sided with Britain, the loyalists, or Tories, did not think unfair taxes and laws justified a rebellion. Some were office holders who felt a responsibility to uphold British rule. Others had not suffered from British policies and saw no reason to break with Britain. Still, others believed Britain would win the war and did not want to be on the losing side. So question number 9. What was a loyalist or a Tory during the Revolutionary War? That was a person, an American colonist, who sided with Britain during the war. They did not join the Patriot cause. Question number 10. What were some reasons why 20% of the colonists remained loyalist or Tories? Well, there were a lot of reasons. 1, they did not think unfair taxes and laws justified a rebellion, so they didn't think it was worth that big of a jump. 2, some were office holders who felt, I should be upholding the rule here. Looks like we got an invitation from the cat here to join in. Hello, Houdini. Next, others had not actually suffered from the British policies and saw no reason to break away with Britain. And finally, others believed Britain would win, and they're like, well, I don't want to be on the losing side. The Patriots, on the other hand, supported the war. They believed that the colonists should have the right to govern themselves. The Patriots were determined to fight the British until American independence was won. The American Revolution was not just a war between America and Britain. It was also a civil war. Patriots against Loyalists. And now we can answer question number 11. What was the main reason 40% of the colonists were patriots? They were people that believed the colonists should have the right to govern themselves. They believed fully that we should be our own independent country. And question 12. What outcome did the Patriots want to achieve with the Revolutionary War? They wanted to fight until Britain had given us our full and complete American independence. Well, thank you so much for watching. Before we go, of course, I've got a meme for you. Choosing sides is easy. I choose this side. Aww. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.